Hey everybody, what's going on? It's the Mask Gamer today, and I'll be playing a little Madden 22. Today's going to be my G-Men, the New York Giants versus the Indianapolis Colts. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Alright. Let's get this game going.
It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Colts and the G-Men, and it comes your way next.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room.
Damn right, let's go, guys. Let's go.
The Giants get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts.
Colts are going down. We've always beat them every year.
Charles Davis and CD, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, each of them in his own way was something to prove, you'd think, for 2021. Carson Wentz of the Colts, Daniel Jones of the Giants.
And Brandon, I'll tell you, the word fear comes to mind because we know that fear is a great motivator in this league. Fear of losing your job, fear that you don't have it anymore, fear that your backup is really playing well and coming for your job. Your current situation may not work out. That often inspires guys to better play. Let's see if we get that in this one.
Here we go. Kickoff.
The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
And when you look at him, you see that he's got all the tools you want in a quarterback. The big frame, the quick release, strong arm, has escapability. The issue sometimes tries to do too much instead of just taking
this is going to be a bloodbath.
To him, and occasionally turnovers get him into trouble.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. 4 yards remain for second down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not a lot.
And the giant rush gets home as down goes. Eric Wilson.
Feel the power.
To drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept them short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Let's do it.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. This is brought in at the 21.
Oh.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
Hey, I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how
it wasn't all his fault.
The New York Giants. but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw with
All right, let's get this going.
Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other
Goodbye.
side.
Tate's gonna go.
This is too easy.
The way in. Touchdown, New York.
That's the way to do it, baby.
Tate, 59 yards. And the Giants on just 2 plays have taken the lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the
That
next
was
two
good.
stats are going to tell the story. And wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. And here's Rodgers to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Ain't going nowhere.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is.
All right.
Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offensive move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wentz now to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
What?
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Oh, that's not right.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
Oh, yeah.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants.
I can't believe this.
Down. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game.
Oh,
but
my
you absolutely
God.
have to like how this defense has played thus far.
That's the only thing that's getting me right
To get
now.
on track in this one.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
All right.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate,
All
as
right,
they
let's
would
do
say
this.
when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Throwing Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really
You're telling them they're not going nowhere.
before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 63 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm.
Look at that.
Relax a little bit.
Look at
try
that.
And get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Beautiful catch.
Gano now to add the extra point.
Here we go.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Quarter end.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football.
Here we go.
Gano out to kick this one away. Rodgers on the return. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football.
Man, that is embarrassing.
They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off.
Oof.
And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
That was just embarrassing.
Play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is
safety.
Clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety.
Oof.
Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big
2
plays.
points.
Be perfect. You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a
2 extra points, baby.
At the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well. And they free kick it from the 20 now. On the return is Pettis. And New York set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in.
Here we go.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
Bring in the second spring.
That
Bring in the
all
second
the way
spring.
in. Touchdown.
There we go.
New York. Evan Ingram, 64 yards. And the Giants continue to pull away here in this first half.
It's the way to do it, baby.
I think it's fair
Way to
say
do
there's
it.
nothing
Move them
that gets a
chains.
crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
Ugh.
They certainly made quick work extra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick.
Yep. Make this interesting.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Carson Wentz and the Colt offense ready to go back to work. The second quarter, they're down big already.
There we go.
Struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. He'll check this down to Hines. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a
yard
or so short. Give him a gain of 5
of course.
Completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Ain't getting first down while I'm around.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
What? Come on.
This will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a
All
team.
right, let's do this, guys.
Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes. That's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
We going down, baby. We going.
Times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions.
The Colts suck.
But as long as we're there,
So if anyone watching this with the Colts fan, sorry. I'm moving them chains.
But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
One play has him to the 37 here for
All right,
first
let's
and
do
10.
this.
From the gun, Jones. This is caught by Tate. Touchdown! Golden Tate. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Try to trip me. Nice try. I hope the Giants play like this next year. This coming year, I should say.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick.
That's right.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, not they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is
This is embarrassing for the Colts.
On 1st and 10. Here's Wentz. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Nice fumble recovery. Thank you again.
Speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
All right, let's do this.
Now Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Yep.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
All right, here we go.
On 1st down, Jones going right side. He finds Slayton. And down inside the 15 he goes.
That's all I needed. Another 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Jones throwing on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's all right.
Incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost, and now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
It's good.
Kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal.
I mean, I still got a big lead here, so.
Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On 1st down, Wentz. Going for
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Jackson, and the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, these turnovers
Thank
are
you.
a big problem. And a huge part of why they're behind on the scoreboard, too. It's now fumble and interception.
Thank you for
on
that.
back-to-back drives. And you just can't expect to do that and be successful in the NFL or any league for that matter.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
All right, we got this, boys.
This game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
You can do it both ways. We usually talk
Ooh,
about
whoa.
reverse, however.
Nice.
A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
He tripped me.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And not much went right in those first two quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Giants, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football.
You know, not gonna lie, why can't Daniel Jones play like this all the time? Maybe I should go coach the team.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And we have seen him to this point with 4 touchdowns. We get a glance at his work. It's been good work.
Oh, it's been excellent work, and it's made so much better.
Jeez, I should go coach the team.
Look at that montage of great plays that they put together. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, you speak it pretty well. But these guys, the pictures they put up, off the chart.
Very good, and he's got his team in the lead right now.
That's right. I mean, if Jones played like this more often, we would have probably been good.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And if anyone
all right,
thinks
let's do this.
Tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Jones throw pulled in by Tate. Touchdown Giants.
There we go.
Golden Tate. 59 yards. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story. And wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
All right, let's get it started, boys.
Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say
I'm going to make him pull a Cam Newton.
Field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. So
oh, yeah.
Here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10.
Oh, here we go.
On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll get this out to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
He ain't going nowhere. I'll make sure of it.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking left side,
A
and he's
flag.
got it in. That's Doyle.
What?
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. No,
Thank you.
Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. Fumble recovery on Giants.
Little tea time. That's for giving us a penalty.
Linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Is it?
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time.
Oh, no. I'm not letting you through.
All over the park, and you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just in their ears.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
He wasn't going nowhere.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a
How many
positive.
sacks is that
One,
already?
they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here comes Peppers. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's a look at Golden Tate as he heads back onto the field.
All right, let's get out there, boys.
They wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
That's right.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story.
That flew right in.
The story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will swell by one more. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts.
All right, this should be no problem. This should be a piece of cake.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Now wins. And that would not to be. It's incomplete.
Oh, where were you throwing?
Look up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Wentz. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to
exactly what he said.
His passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Wentz now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
That was nothing.
3 there on the sack. Good pressure. And it's second down.
That right now That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Wentz to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Colts on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Well, that's
Thank you.
Sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well,
Thank you for the gift.
I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And time to spotlight Golden Tate. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he is really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver.
All right, we got this.
Yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Oh, he sheds himself free. The 30, 10, 5, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one.
Right, look at that smile. I'd be smiling too.
An expression called getting on your horse, and I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick.
That's what I do.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts.
Haha.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Yeah, he felt that one.
Going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And a tough day for this offense continues. One of the best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlep Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
Here's a look at Golden Tate as he heads back onto the field now. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see.
And shutting him off, now open field. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but
the thing with what that bang was, that was just my roommate.
We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
And then I flew right in.
Gano now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts.
This game's already been over.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing on first is Wentz. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues
2-minute warning.
They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on second down. Wentz.
Thank you.
To the third time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game.
That's a very nice present.
This time, an interception return for another score. Gano for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
Pride? Yeah, right.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because There are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Wentz. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Man, this is one sad game.
The cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Giants defense now ready as they trot back out onto the field. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So the defense.
How many times are they going to fumble?
Score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Extra point try, good by Gano. And the lead will swell by one more. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time.
Not going to matter.
32 yards.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's over.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
That is an upsetting score.
The defense through the shutout, Adam. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
Well, I gotta say that was a really good game. I mean, 482 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, 68.4 completion, and that could have been better. But yeah, I mean, this game was. I mean, the Giants beat the Colts every year. I mean, it's not even a a question to ask. But yeah, as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment, and if there's any certain matchups you want me to do, let me know, and I'll give you a shout out too. Alright everyone, it's been the Masked Gamer today with this Madden 22 game. As always, watch on Game On. See you guys next time.